And at that point, so we ended up buying it and remodeling it. And then there was old broken down greenhouses behind this property. And it had trees sticking out the top that were 400 feet tall, like crazy, like ridiculous, times 700 trees. And so we purchased that property and spent about 3.5 years on a 1977 case backhoe that I had no business driving or owning. That I bought out of a cemetery that all it ever did was dig graves its whole life. Ooh. And so after that, we now have this big monster building and go-kart track and all kinds of crazy stuff out back now.
You took down a forest with a backhoe?
Yeah. Well, did our best.
Is that the right tool? It must be
no.
You scoop it out.
Yeah,
that's not how you do trees, right?
No, it was you were supposed to push them over with bulldozers and things, but you use what you have available, and what we had available was a 1977 case backhoe.
Do you save money by buying your own backhoe as opposed to hiring someone with the right tool? Okay.
Oh yeah, because it's here at any time. Well, I mean, we used it today, like it's a part of the property now. So yeah, I mean, I bought one of like those Kawasaki mules, and it was like I would never use this thing because you like roll up like Mr. Rourke on the thing, and I drove it here 10 minutes ago, so it's
mild compared to the mule. But I have a golf cart with a pickup truck bed on the back. It's this plastic thing, and oh my god, I use it all the time, constantly. Sure. And every time I hop in, and I'm like, I'm so glad I'm not walking 100 feet. That'd be horrible.
Oh, heaven forbid that.
I want to talk about this fucking backhoe, though. Like, think about what that is. It dug the countless graves, easily hundreds, maybe thousands of graves. If it,
so not countless, but yeah.
We have
if you don't keep count, then it's countless. It could be 3 in reality, but
I'm on Team Kyle here. You totally know what counted.
Countless graves.
Countless graves.
There might be some evil in there, right? Everyone talks about haunted houses.
And then also you think that we'll probably talk about the ridiculous ambulance that I own, but it does have a gurney on the back of it in it, and as we drive across the country and do things, we're like going, God, how many people have died on the gurney in the back of this ambulance? So it's
the original gurney.
Countless.
So it's an original gurney.
Yes, and it's from Atlanta, so it's the Dan gurney, but who knows how many people have died on that thing.
Definitely some. Absolutely some.
The death thing actually held me back. I used to be into off-roading in a very serious way. So I had this dedicated off-road buggy type thing. And along with it is the need to tow and a place to sleep by the woods. So I was thinking about an ambulance, but I really didn't want all the death. What, I'm going to sleep back there where everyone died?
They are creepy. And when you start messing around or needing switches or things out of the ambulance, you're like going, oh man, like they had to keep someone alive in this thing. So it's back to Kyle's morbid thoughts of backhoes and
were there any evil backhoe?
Were there any weird
the dead in it?
Any stains? Any like odd smells when you got it?
No, it's sanitized for our protection. Let's hope so.
I would hope so.
You guys ever ridden in an ambulance as a customer?
No.
Oh, yes.
I've been in the back.
Yeah, me too.
Like
I've had to call.
I've had to.
Yeah, I've had to call my starter wife from the back of an ambulance after being T-boned once. So it was. I was like
starter wife.
Oh yeah, if
this is what the pre-trophy wife is called.
Yeah, well, now my wife is the CEO of my life, but everybody, well, not everybody, but occasionally you make a mistake here and there. So.
Yeah, you certainly do, Travis.
Well, I mean, if you guys,
I made different mistakes.
Yeah, well,
everyone makes dumb mistakes all the time, their entire life.
If you hear Christopher Michaels talk about it, Christopher Michaels calls it my wife at the time, and we call it the starter wife. So,
all right,
yeah.
So you said the ambulance came from Atlanta. I know Vin Wiki. Those guys. What's
the
that?
gurney came from the gurney in the ambulance.
Oh,
came from Atlanta.
Okay. Wait, so did you like assemble
so they're not sold as a set?
Look? Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, that's very retro. The people who died in that would have died anyway by now.
That's so
well.
Wait, that's
who's the Hamburglar
run?
That's my ambulance.
Who's dressed as the Cannonball Run dude? You? Who is that?
So I'm the bold guy, obviously leaning against it. The guy that dressed as Captain Chaos is my buddy Matt Davis, and he looks exactly like Don DeLuise. Yeah. And then the
burglar.
The guy that's hanging out of it is the current Cannonball Run record holder, Arnie Toman. And that is the 1978 replica of what is left of the Transcon Medevac, built exactly as the original one was.
Have you ever? I think our audience and co-hosts might be too young for Cannonball Run. Kyle, did you maybe see it?
No, I have never seen the movie.
I'm aware of it. Too young for that.
Yeah, I know. Oh man, you guys can't appreciate how well done this picture is. He nailed it.
I can tell by your appreciation of it. It's done very, very well. But have you ever run a red, anything like that? Flipping the lights on.
Oh yeah.
That's very cool.
Well, but the problem is if you're out testing it or getting it ready for an event or a cross country run, because if Woody's driving a Lamborghini and Kyle's driving a Ferrari and Taylor's driving a Corvette, you guys are going to run into traffic at some point in your time, across the country.
Yeah.
All I have to do is hit the lights and sirens, and everybody gets the hell out of my way. And they don't. And even if you don't have it on, they still get the hell out of your way. So it is. In 1979, Brock Yates and Hal Needham came up with this idea, and that was the Transcon Medevac.
That's awesome.
But in modern days, if I'm a cop and I see that thing, it's so odd looking that I wouldn't stop you, because I'd be like, oh, I bet that's one of those special organ transfer ambulances. Or oh, I bet it's got that guy that's got the fucking bubonic plague I heard about. Like, not pull them over.
And we have one of those little coolers in the back that says organ transplant. I mean,
you should be holding it in your hands.
Yeah, the Cannonball Run stuff is not about. It's always about the story more than anything else. So.
Yeah, man, that's cool. I want something haunted.
Yeah.
A backhoe,
ambulance,
something with a history of death. What would it take for any of you to actually get rid of something that had that? Like, if you had a backhoe that was used in digging graves, or if your ambulance suddenly started moaning at you, like, what would it take?
Oh, wait. All right, wait. You're talking about like actual.
I'm talking about like if something really has to happen. What would actually have to happen? How many cracks in the night? How many weird? It turns on its own. Turns to the same radio station. Stuff you could explain away at first, but it's too odd.
Okay, so let's barring the, let's say, haunted radio actually going, hey Kyle, it's real. like as long as it's sort of
it's putting that song from the end of The Shining on over and over when you don't.
Or like maybe my clock radio, like it plays the same scary song, like suggestive songs, like everywhere you go, I'll be watching you, like stuff like that. I'm like, what the fuck? 4 times today? Yeah. I think if enough weird stuff started happening, I'm not attached to clock radio enough to I'll just get rid of it. But what if it's expensive? What if it's your car?
Yeah, that's right. So if you will roll out to whatever your car is this week, and you're like going, dang, that same song's on, and magically, like, it just opened the garage door by itself, and you're like, bro, it's got to come. Bye.
Yeah, you got to get rid of it. There's that movie about the car that tries to kill you. I think it's called The Car. It's terrible.
Christine. Well, there's one called The Car, and there's one
called The Car. No, the truck. The semi or the truck.
The classic.
It's so stupid. Yeah, I haven't seen Christine. Yeah.
They do this thing in Christine. I can't remember what kind of car that is. It's beautiful.
It's hard to remember.
Plymouth Fury.
You're right.
So 1958 Plymouth Fury.
Yeah, they do this thing where they play the footage in reverse of it. They destroy it, and then they play the footage in reverse, so it looks like it's healing on its own, and it's pretty good effect for the time. And I think it's a TV movie, Stephen King type thing. So yeah. The idea of devices turning on us. It was a movie.
It was a novel first, and then it became a movie, of course, if it was a Stephen King thing, and then it, takes possession, like if Taylor owns Christine, and then we're all like, bro, you should maybe not hang out with your car as often, and then he just becomes this other guy, but it's Christine, I have to hang out with her, and we're like, yep, Taylor's off the friend list now. So
then you got to stop hanging out with me, because Christine or whatever ghost demon is tempting me is going to convince me to come get you guys, because that's what demons want. They don't want to settle for one person. Yeah.
I will say this. I just moved into a new place maybe 3 weeks ago, and at night sometimes I'll hear some noises, and I can't really put my finger on exactly what it is. It's nothing nefarious. It's just like cracks and pops. It sounds like, I don't know, like the boards are being stepped on and being.
Is it like a tinny, high pitched noise that you have all the time?
No, it's cracks and pops like of wooden stuff in the like walls and stuff. And the thing is, the dog. I've seen the dog multiple times go into a room that nobody goes into and bark at the wall. Like,
how old is this house that you moved into?
20 years, let's call it.
Okay,
so some ancient estate, like,
right. I'm just making sure that there's not a guy.
Indoor plumbing and such. But this, when the
is
dog
it the dog
barks,
with Down syndrome?
It's different dogs. Like it's the young dog and the old dog.
That is one of them, the dog with Down syndrome.
None of them have Down syndrome. It was just it was a husky with a big head.
Travis, you have to understand, Kyle is a dog with Down syndrome,
and he doesn't like to admit it.
And he doesn't like to admit it. And we're totally fine with it. He's the one who thinks it's bad.
He's a good boy.
Zach, can you possibly find the picture?
He's a great boy, and we love him. And there's nothing wrong with him having that.
Rocky, they're talking shit.
No, he can't understand us, and we know why.
He doesn't speak English.
Even if he spoke English,
poor guy.
The other dog like walks straight up to the wall, and again, just moving this house. I'm not a disgusting person. My house doesn't have flavors. My walls don't have flavors. What I'm saying is the dog's licking the wall, licking the paint, the drywall on the same spot that they were barking earlier. And so I'm a little afraid. There may be something.
Do you live close to a church, like an exorcist? I mean, do we need to come and do something?
There's a temple.
A temple. I mean, what you probably want to do. I would, if I really thought I had a demon problem, the last thing I would want to do is just pick one religion and have them come, because then the priest who comes, he knows that I don't know anything about demons, and so I'm going to trust what he's doing with the demon stuff. If I bring like a monk, a priest, a rabbi, the other flavors, Buddhist
various
guys,
holy men, shaman,
and then I bring them and I schedule them all at the same time, almost like, and then
this is going to be a joke, right?
They almost have to compete.
So a monk, a priest, and a rabbi walk into Taylor's.
Yeah, walk into Taylor's house, and then they realize, I got scammed. But
they realize they should be. Yeah, they're like, which way to Kyle's house?
Yeah, you're wasting our time. And it's like,
show me to the dog that licks the walls.
It's fucking scary when it
would come down to the pricing. Whichever one offered to do it the cheapest, I would try them first, and then reverse order. I bet the priest would be the cheapest.
I bet he would too. He has a family discount.
There's the most of them. Yeah. Right. There's got to be way more. There's a million more priests than rabbis, just because there's more Catholics than Jews. So,
when's the last time you saw a Catholic priest in costume?
Oh, like probably.
Oh, we found it. The dog. That's Kyle's dog with Down syndrome.
Oh, that's him. Yeah. That's
I mean, either that's a bad angle or the dome on that dog is humongous.
It's a good angle.
I don't like to say rescued, but I just gotten him, and he'd had a hard time of it. He's really underfed.
He's got street cred. Like
he's
he
looks like crayon eating all the crayons in Kyle's house. Where's my glue, Rocky?
Rocky, they're trashing you online. You don't even know.
I feel guilty for how funny this is to me, and I'm not even the one saying it.
The dog doesn't care.
He's a good guy. No, he doesn't care. He's retarded.
He's a good boy. Yeah. I don't fear evil. Like the idea of like ghouls and goblins living in my home, but and I'm not even sure I believe in like the concept of evil, really. You know,
like serial killers, like that's evil.
Well. Is it though? Like maybe to them it's no different than like a fox scooping up a vole.
No, that's survival.
Yeah.
Ted
Bundy killed for survival. He ate every part, and so that's different than someone who kills for fun. Jeffrey Dahmer, of course. Thank you for
your hero.
One of my heroes. That guy. One of my many. Yeah, that. And so, no, I'm pretty sure you can nail that down as evil, right? You're killing other people. You're like stealing years of their life away.
Yeah.
Just stealing it from them. Yeah, that's bad.
What if you could literally steal it? What if when you killed someone, you took their life, you took their years they had remaining?
It's like vampirism.
But better.
That would still be bad. Unless you're the vampire.
I think it's better than vampirism, Woody, because with vampirism, we got to drink blood every day. That's icky.
No, I was just thinking that's not how. It's not like vampires need to kill someone to get like what Taylor's got. What 50 years left tops? So I kill him and get 50 more years. That's not how vampires work.
Yeah, vampires are they're already immortal. They will die without blood. So yeah, blood's the only thing that they need.
Okay, I see. All right, maybe I see where you're coming from now.
I think they'll just get all dehydrated.
They die.
That lemon on the backside of the fruit bowl that gets all shriveled up, like they just turned into that guy.
It's all sad lemon.
Yeah, no matter how much a lemon rots, it never gets gross. That's the beauty of a lemon.
I don't know about that.
I don't trust you. I don't trust the science on this one.
No, because of the fresh smell of the lemon and the citrus, the bacteria never.
No matter how old a lemon gets, you can still eat it. Trust Kyle.
When it gets shriveled and little, now you've got a sweet lemon. That's how it works.
No,
look, I was a club disc jockey for 26 years, and when the barbacks would leave the lemons out for weeks at a time, there's no chance in hell that you're correct, Kyle.
More sweet lemons for me.
Yeah, so there's the lemons.
You can't cut it.
Yeah, you can't cut it.
You can't. What are you gonna do? Just stare at it? Like, ooh, look at that. Kyle, have some.
Once you open it up, it's no good anymore.